Welcome, and thank you for downloading this video. I'm Jolles, author of How to Change Minds, and I'm excited that you've taken this opportunity to spend a few minutes with me. Although I can't teach you all the principles that are found in the book, what I can do in these few minutes is focus on the 4 biggest mistakes that I see people make when they're trying to influence behavior. So sit back, take a listen, and see if you can apply these principles to the particular worlds that you come from. Focusing on the pitch rather than the person. How many times have you sat back preparing for a very important conversation with another individual? You put your time and your effort into exactly what you were going to tell that person, how you were going to say it, when in reality what you really were doing was preparing your pitch. Well, I think it's time that we pitch the word pitch, because this is a conversation, not a pitch. In fact, shouldn't we spend more of our time preparing the questions we're going to ask? How we're going to actively listen to the person that we're going to have that conversation with? It's amazing how often professional salespeople, people who influence for a living, have learned volumes about the solution, but very little about bringing somebody in through their questions. I hope you believe, as I do, that the more an individual speaks, the more they trust the person they're speaking to. Put your time in the preparation of questions, not your pitch. Focusing on fixing the problem rather than studying it. Isn't it human nature to want to offer a solution to a problem we know the answer to? My goodness, it's so obvious. We're sitting there with another individual who's articulating a problem we've got the answer to. You know, it was Einstein who said, you can't solve a problem from the same consciousness that created it. Our job is to ask those questions and let somebody tell us about their issue. The key here is this: let the other person paint the picture, and you'll be well on your way to influencing behavior. Focusing on telling others about their problems rather than letting them tell you about their problems. So now you've turned a corner. We've realized that this is a person, not a pitch. We're studying the problem rather than rushing in to fix the problem. Bravo. But wait, now comes the hard part. How are we going to truly get somebody to change their mind, to influence their behavior? It's going to come from your ability to dig deeper into the problem, to get somebody to look at the true ramifications and impact of their inability to change. If we can do that, if we can get people to look down their road without calling their baby ugly, without embarrassing them, but getting them to paint that picture and articulate the problem, we're going to be well on our way to helping somebody change their mind. Mistake number 4, focusing on the material and not the moment. You know, we've talked about a number of things in this video, but I think the 4th and final mistake we need to examine is the tone, the pitch, the pace that we walk in with. I think that where people fail in a process like this is that they're so prepared on the questions and the material and the strategy and the tactics that they forget the tune. I'd like you to visualize something for a moment. I want you to visualize that you're not walking in to see a client, that you're walking in to see your best friend. What would that tone sound like? What would that pitch sound like? What would the energy that you walked into this room be like? If you can match that pitch, that energy, that tone, get the words to line up with the tune, then we're going to change some minds.